Everyone, we are back. Welcome in to the Twin Wrestle Pod. Been gone for a while. A lot of things have happened since my last video, which I don't even remember what my last video was. Had to be probably the Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble. A lot has happened from that time to now, so we're going to kick this off talking about Friday Night SmackDown and finally the debut of Royce Keys, the guy we saw at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia this year, and we ain't seen him since. Now, I thought they was going to put him on SmackDown, usher him into the Elimination Chamber, but as we got to Chicago, they put people they wanted to put in there. You know, we got the whole debacle. Pay-per-view wasn't really that great. Now we fast forward to WrestleMania literally being next weekend, and WWE just finally decides to have Royce Keys debut on SmackDown. I've been waiting for this, man, because I'm a big Royce Keys fan. Love him. I was a big fan of him in AEW when he's Powerhouse Hobbs. I felt AEW underutilized him a lot. They just didn't. He was just pigeonholed in the spot pretty much. Now, he's debuting tonight. SmackDown will be coming on in the next hour and 10 minutes. I'm not going to keep you guys here long. After the fucking debacle of a show last week for Friday Night SmackDown, SmackDown has been... I haven't really been watching the last two SmackDown. I just recently watched the SmackDown with Pat McAfee earlier this week. And that whole Pat McAfee fiasco looked very, very, very corny, in my opinion. I just can't put in my mind that Pat McAfee was the guy to really talk to Randy Orton, a 15-time champ. And for him to come out there last week and saying that tickets weren't selling, the Attitude Era, we don't have this anymore. And he, instead of people like Randy Orton, you get 5'5" guys wrestling a 60-minute Iron Man match or whatever the fuck he said. I don't know, man. And just me watching it, it just looked goofy. Like Pat McAfee of all people. Pat McAfee. I don't have no issue with Pat McAfee. I was glad he was drawn from WWE because he was overstaying his welcome just a little bit. He got good energy, but he overdoes it at times. And him just being on commentary was just annoying. Him entering Royal Rumbles was annoying. Like just his presence there was just teetering. Like the value was going down for me. And then we get on the road to WrestleMania. And Pat McAfee is ushered into this Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes slot. He was not needed. You could have had a legend pop up. It would have made sense for Rock to be there, but I don't know if you want to do 3 or 4 straight years of Rock being involved in the main event or involved with Cody Rhodes to some degree at WrestleMania. You just don't want to do that neither. So I see why they didn't do that. But Pat McAfee, and being that it wasn't Triple H's, pretty much his decision. I mean, the book went to him, but it was a TKO thing to usher Pat McAfee in this situation. Now he's scheduled to address everybody tonight on SmackDown. The pending plan so far for Backlash, as the rumor mill goes, is Pat McAfee and Orton versus Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes at Backlash. Now, I was always a proponent for Randy Orton winning at WrestleMania, winning the Elimination Chamber. I mean, to me, the path was already written at that point. I was more in favor of the route of the Fatal 4-Way with Drew, Jacob, Cody, and Orton on night 1, and then Orton wins by turning heel, and then you get more credibility than with other stuff leading into Backlash. But they decided to go the celebrity route when it comes to WrestleMania, and we got the results we're going to get now. I guess we going to see what they have in store for us tonight. I'll check it out, but I'm not like enamored with everything involved in this like I was a couple weeks ago when Orton bloodied up Cody Rhodes. Now we have Drew McIntyre exposing the real Jacob Fatu. Sami Zayn payback on Lil Yachty and Trick Williams. Now, and I've seen a lot of people giving Lil Yachty some slack. I mean, like giving him like some problems because the celebrity influence. Everybody has celebrity influence and like fatigue going into WrestleMania. But Lil Yachty, this is his first time being like featured inside the ring. Like you've seen Jelly Roll a bunch of times. You've seen ISO Speed a bunch of times so far. There's another celebrity influence somewhere in there. And Pat McAfee. You've seen all three of those guys a lot within the last 2 years in WWE. Lil Yachty, you've seen him be like shown on Netflix like in a crowd. You know how to do the crowd shots you've seen. But you've never seen him interact with something inside of the ring. So for people to attack him, I don't think it's right. Because this is his first time being on the in-ring portion of WWE instead of in the crowd. But I guess I can understand why people have celebrity fatigue. But Lil Yachty's, he's cool in the ring right now for me. He ain't overstaying his welcome. But this situation with Sammy and Trick, I feel like Melo should be involved in here. Maybe I'm giving WWE a little too much leverage, like creative leverage in this sense. Because I think prior to these last 2 weeks with Melo and everybody involved in this little triangle here, Trick cost Melo the match the first time. Second match, Sami Zayn finally took Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton's advice and took advantage of the moment and retained what was rightfully his, right? The U.S. Championship. Melo probably can come out here tonight and say, Sami Zayn has yet to beat me clean. Every time he's beaten me, it has been either someone interfering or me getting checked on by the doctor. You have yet to beat me in a clean fashion. Like, stamp it. So then I think in that line of thinking, they're going to usher Melo into this matchup some way, somehow. Because you can't let him carry the championship for 10 weeks that he carried it, those 2 months, and then lose it two weeks before WrestleMania and then don't be included on the show. That just don't make any sense. So I think they're going to find a way to put Melo in this matchup at WrestleMania. And we'll see. I think Trick is still going to win overall, but you got to have Melo in there for sure. We also have Jade and Rhea Ripley. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's a cool feud. It's a cool matchup, but they need to do a lot more. But that's been a theme with WWE so far. Like, these last few years, like, the builds haven't been the greatest. The shows always be great. Like, last year's WrestleMania builds weren't that great, right? WrestleMania 40's build outside of the main event, Roman and Cody and Rock and Seth, the builds weren't really that great. So, I mean, that's a part of the course now. I wish it weren't. I wish they go back to the days when they actually build these matches, and every match on the card you're looking forward to it to some degree. But that's what we get, man. We had to tune into SmackDown, see what's going to go on. So, I'm going to leave it here, man. I might break down this whole Pat McAfee situation sometime in a later video. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm interested in see where everything goes. And the pivot they're going to try to make outside of the fucking hailstorm they ran into last week. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Y'all take care. Peace out.